What we are going to do now is a very good improvement, especially for the Windows users. If you are following the course from a Windows operating system, I strongly recommend you to follow this class up to the end to be able to follow other future classes, especially when we are using command prompts and SSH connections with the virtual machine of Homestead from Laravel. So if you are not on Windows, you are completely free to skip this lecture and continue with the other classes, but if you prefer, you can just install this same application and you are going to be fine because, well, this application is completely compatible with the other operating systems. This application is called Github for Desktop. This application is a very particular one. It is going to provide us the ability to use a visual user interface for GitHub, but this is not the purpose to install this for this course especially. This tool comes additionally with a PowerShell with a lot of additional features than the native PowerShell of Windows have. So it is a very good idea to install the GitHub for Desktop and use the Git shell along the course. Why? Because it is going to provide us access not only for the Git commands, it is going to provide us access for the SSH command and any other commands that we want to use along the course, especially when we are going to work with the virtual machines. If you are in other operating systems different from Windows, you already have access for the SSH commands and the other commands that we are going to use. So, if you are especially on Windows, we can download this. But now, currently we are in a beta version of the GitHub for Desktop. And unfortunately, currently, this version does not come with the PowerShell or the Git shell that we need to use. So, this is a beta version, and based on the plans of this beta version, it is going to come with the PowerShell in the future versions, but currently doesn't now. And additionally, it is a beta version, so we have to install the stable version. And to do that, we just need to go to the bottom and click here on the link depending on our operating system. In the case of Windows, we just need to click here. And once the installation is downloaded, we just need to click here. It is going to download any future files, and then it is going to execute the GitHub client user interface. Now, we don't need to use this, so we can close it. The good thing here is that once we have this installed, we will have access to the Git shell that comes with this. So I'm just going to move my taskbar visible for a little moment. And if we search for shell, we are going to see here the Git shell. And if we execute this is going to work properly. Here we just can change from one location to another, and we can just use the commands as usual. Once we have this installed, it's strongly recommended that every time that we execute any command using the command prompt from our course, you execute the Git shell that we just installed and not any other. Don't use the PowerShell, don't use the command prompt from Windows, just use the Git shell that we just installed in this class, because it is going to provide us a lot of features and access to any advanced commands. So once it is done, we can continue in the next class to install any other tool. So see you there.